What to pack for Barcelona in December. If you're visiting Barcelona in December or the winter, here's your packing guide. Every winter in Barcelona is a little bit different. One year can be really cold and another can be just a sweater season. So the trick to packing for Barcelona in December is layers. Layering is the best way to go because if it's not too cold, you can take off the jacket or have a little sweater, or if it gets colder, you just wear that coat. So whatever the temperature is, you can just take off or put on. This is how we looked. Like, we were freezing the entire time. The week after I told her to pack crop tops because it was kind of warm. And this is us 2 years later in December. We're just wearing a coat, a jacket, and that was it. And here my friend Paulina, this is I think closer to Christmas. Just wearing like a fur coat, but there's a dress and I'm wearing the same fur coat, and not real fur, but and a wool blazer. So that was all I was wearing, in a dress, and that was it. Oh, and this Zara jacket, that was last December. As you can see, season can change every year, and this was I think 2-3 years ago. I'm wearing a wool coat, a wool cardigan, and just regular, I think a top and pants. And during the midday, I have to take off the coat because it got really warm and I was just walking around with the cardigan and that was all I needed. But during the night, I think I really needed the coat. So the trick to this is layers, and if you're visiting, make sure to check the temperature. It's not as cold. For example, sometimes some places feel like it says 15 degrees, but it feels a lot colder than 15. I think in Barcelona, it's a little bit of the opposite. That's how I feel. Like 15 degrees for me is just right now a sweater or a blazer. Anything below 15, I might require a coat. Anything around 10 degrees. It doesn't get that cold usually, but I highly recommend bringing a light coat and then as an inner layer, just like sweaters, cardigans. And if you think you're one of those people that get cold really easily, I highly recommend checking out the Uniqlo Heat Tech layers. They keep you really warm and they're super thin, so whatever you wear underneath, you won't feel the bulkiness of all the wool sweaters or anything. You just wear one of those Heat Techs and that's it. So for example, this one over here, it's one of those Heat Tech layers. As you can see, it's really thin. The pieces that I will recommend to everyone to get if you're going to winter in Europe or anywhere cold, just get one of these Uniqlo Heat Tech layers. They are super thin, keep you really warm. I have a million of them. That's all I wear, even as a pajama during the winter in Barcelona. This wool, merino wool cardigan here, this little one here, I have like 3 of those too. They're super thin, they're great, they keep you really warm, so I will wear those underneath a wool coat or whatnot. If you tend to sweat a lot or get warm easily, get one of these, just kind of like a turtle, like a mini turtleneck, but no sleeves, so you have more ventilation. These are thinner, long sleeve. I highly recommend having them. And also a cardigan over here as a middle layer and then a coat. But during the day, you can either walk like this, or just wearing a little thin cardigan, and that's all you need. As for outer layers, I highly recommend checking out wool coats. Make sure that they are at least 75% wool, otherwise it won't keep you warm. And this is a merino wool sweater, wool, or you can even get a leather jacket or one of these raincoats. Make sure they are 100% cotton because those are the ones that are kind of like waterproofed. These are very light jackets that you can wear during the day as you transition to the night, and then you can wear one of these pieces if it's not too cold. But yes, winter, I highly recommend getting at least one wool coat when you're packing for Barcelona. You won't need a million of them, so I wouldn't recommend you bringing more than 2. Ideally, just one should be more than enough to switch around. I will pack this one over here and then maybe a lighter jacket like this one, so you don't overpack and you can switch around between them, and then bring some 1 or 2 cardigans. And layering, I will switch around between different color pants so you can mix and match and then have different outfits as you mix them around. This one is also a really cool halfway wool coat, wool jacket. It's really nice that you can mix and match if you tend to get colder and you don't want such a light jacket. That's another option. As for shoes, I highly recommend checking out leather boots. I have 1 here, 2, 3 or even Birkenstocks. These are the ones that are like fleece, with fleece inside, so it keeps your feet warm. You're going to walk a lot, so make sure that the boots are getting have chunky heels or like kitty heels, really tiny heels, so they are comfortable to walk in. Try them before bringing them to Barcelona. Don't just bring brand new shoes that you have never worn. Make sure that you have walked around, they're comfortable to bring them. And you can also wear sneakers as well, but if it gets really cold, that might not be enough. So my preference will be 1 pair of sneakers, 1 pair of leather boots that will keep your feet warm. And again, get one of those Hit Tech Uniqlo socks that keep your feet warm, so you don't have to wear like 2-3 layers of socks. But it doesn't get so cold that you're going to need special shoes or anything. It's usually winter in Barcelona are very mild, but it can change every year. So just be prepared and bring layers. If you want the link of everything that I have mentioned here, make sure to check out the link in my bio. Also, I have a Barcelona free guide that you can check out as well to help you plan your Barcelona trip.